Welcome back to See the Stories, and now we'll continue our talk with Efnie. All right, so how do the minds of Generation Z adapt to and handle multitasking, and what role does this play in impatience? Can they multitask?
We have to understand more what is multitasking from the neuropsychological perspective.
Okay.
Actually, based on research, there is no multitasking on our brain. Okay, our brain only need to focus on one thing
at a time.
only.
Okay.
One thing focus and another thing just reflect from the muscle of the body. Only that.
That's why women are said to have many hands, because there are things, one thing we can focus on, and taking care of kids is like reflex to us. Changing diapers, what? that's it, right?
Yes, changing the diapers is reflex.
Yeah. And then while we're cooking or doing something else, right?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be changing diapers while you're cooking.
Answer the phone while we're drying the car, driving the car, something like that. So just focus on one thing, because there is no neuron or pathway for the multitasking on our brain.
Okay. So it's just our claim, yeah? When we can, I can do many things, multitasking.
No, of course
Okay.
not.
Overclaim.
Overclaim.
So one thing that's been, a lot of that seem to help is mindfulness, the meditation, and the practices of cognitive training techniques. How does that help into, improving their executive functions, and in turn also their ability to have the stamina for patience?
Yes, meditation, mindfulness, or cognitive behavior therapy is the simple treatment to teach our brain. Any kind of treatment, another thing that can be used also, like mindfulness meditation or brain relaxations. By using the meditation, mindfulness, or another thing, we will train our brain. For the first, we should to control our breathing process.
Breathing process.
Breathing process. Our brain can be controlled by ourselves if we breathe very well. That's why in the mindfulness meditation, for the first time, we take a deep breath and then we release. Okay. With that instruction, our brain will reduce the activity, will reduce the frequency into the alpha wave. Okay.
And reduce the impulsiveness as well.
But for the impulsivity, it takes a long process. Why? Because over dopamine.
So we have to detox the dopamine first.
Yes.
How long does it take to the 21 days of new neural pathways building? Is that it?
At least 21 days, and we should to change in another way, another activity that can produce a healthy dopamine, such as sport.
Healthy dopamine, yeah?
Yes.
So can you tell us perhaps what are the differences between unhealthy dopamine and healthy dopamine?
Okay. Unhealthy dopamine, simple. We will addict to something. Let's say I want to watch something. I cannot stop myself to watch it. I cannot stop myself to do it. It means over dopamine on that. Addiction. But healthy dopamine, we just enjoy to do something, but we don't addict with that. At sometimes we cannot do that. That's okay for us. No problem. But different with the addiction.
See?
But there are some people who are addicted to exercise.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's true. So it's basically, the indicator is that we enjoy doing it, but we don't have to. It's like, it's okay if we don't get to do it.
Yes.
Okay. Yani, I know you're going to offer us some games, but I know I have one final question.
Go ahead. All right.
I'm thinking in the long term for kids with the problem of this impatience.
Yeah.
I assume that they will be parents. So how should we prepare them for being, because they are in the generation of this more to lack of patience, for becoming good parents for the future with this kind
You're thinking very far already.
Yes,
Because we want them to
All
be...
of parents, not just in Indonesia, but for around the world, you have to teach yourself first before you teach your children.
Okay.
We have to be able to control ourselves first before we ask the children to be more patient with the process.
Okay.
Sometimes we say to the children, "Hey, come on, don't do that. You should to be patient." But we show the
impatient.
expression
that we're not.
we're not
expression
impatient
we
either.
anger to them.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay. I'll do
We
that.
have good role models.
Yes, I'll do the
Very
first
good
step. Take a deep breath and doing the
Yes.
proper breath before doing
Yes.
saying something.
Yeah, to do the short meditation in the morning can help us to manage our brain during the day.
Okay.
That's really helpful for us.
I can't have a baby at home. She wakes me up. I'm like, oh, no meditation for mama this morning. But anyway, Efnie, you've been here a few times, so you know that it is our tradition to wrap up our talk show session with games.
Wow.
Now, today we're going to play a myth, fact and myth games. So the big
Yay.
screen will
Give me,
show
give me.
you the statement all about Gen Z. Kaina here will guess whether the statement is myth or fact. And then, of course, Efnie will give the right answer and explanation. And are you guys ready?
I think
Of course.
All right, let's not waste any more time. We're going to start with the first one. Let's see. Myth or fact? Gen Z is the first generation to grow up entirely in the digital age.
Fact. I was the transition.
Ah, okay.
We were
Fact
the transition.
and fact.
Right.
And the answer is
Fact.
Hey.
So millennial generation is not in a
No.
fully-
We're in the middle.
They
We're the
grow up with
transition.
the analog life first,
Okay.
and then after that, in the teenager, they will face the digital things.
I wasn't fully digitalized until college, so there you go.
All right, the second one. Let's go. Myth or fact? Gen Z is more financially conscious and responsible than previous generations. Ooh.
I
Fact.
don't know. I think
would
this is
this be?
50.
For me, it's fact. I got it from one of the Gen Z.
Yeah. More
that
financially
claimed to
conscious?
me that she said that.
But
yeah.
they're also more impulsive.
Yes, but they
Right.
are more conscious in terms of finance.
Yeah, I understand that they're investment savvy and things
Yeah.
like that, but they're
What do you
more
think?
It's a myth.
impulsive.
It's just.
That makes me feel better. Thank you so much.
So what's the fact actually?
Yes.
Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, because the Gen Z love to have more money,
Yeah.
but they cannot enjoy the process, and sometimes they cannot enjoy the responsibility.
Why do you think so many startups are struggling? Sorry.
Makes sense.
But it makes sense, right?
Yeah. Well, how about like Gen Z who loves to do some investment?
Yeah, 'cause
Like,
Yeah.
we're big on that. Yeah.
what do you think? They are impatient as well through that process, or it's just a short term thingy
Yeah,
from them?
because of the impulsive decision.
Impulsive
Only the
decision.
Impulsive decision. They don't think rationally before. Don't try to analyze the benefits or another thing. Just do it.
Okay.
Because the trend is to invest.
So it's fit, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
One.
But thank you.
versus
That makes
one.
me feel better.
One and one. Let's go to the next one. Myth or fact? Gen Z tends to prioritize job satisfaction and purpose over high salaries.
I don't know, because do you know how much they ask for work?
That's
Much more than our generation. But yeah, but I know.
I choose fact.
Ooh,
But I
both of them say fact. What do you think?
It's a myth.
It's a myth.
Gen Z need the both of job satisfaction
Yeah.
and the salary also.
But they always act like they don't need the salary. They're
Yeah.
like, okay, I don't like this job.
No, they leave when the salary is not enough. Are you kidding?
Yes. Yes.
That's one unfortunate thing, because they have a lifestyle to finance,
That's true.
right? And they don't even have a family to finance yet, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Yeah.
why they're like digital nomads and that.
They try to show their existence on the social media. Sometimes people call it flexing or another terms. They try to show to everyone, I will be success than others. I have this, I have that. It's costly.
It's
Yep.
mostly right.
Yeah.
But it's really interesting because you know, they also ask for very high, and compared to our generation for like fresh
Sure.
grads. Does loyalty mean anything to them?
Yeah.
Nothing? No.
No.
No
Wait,
loyalty.
no loyalties from Gen
No,
Z.
easy for them to change the decision in the short terms because of impulsivity.
So
Based on the research, the part of the generation that very loyal to the process is the baby boomers
Yeah.
of X generation.
yeah.
Help.
You
Hail
can
to
stay.
me.
You can
That
stay in
is
the
my first time
company.
reveal my generation. I'm
You
so
can
loyal, you know.
stay, you can stay
For
in
your
the company
information.
for like 20, 30 years. But because they had the opportunity back then. Now, you know, employment isn't like that anymore.
Yes,
Everything is contract based.
yes.
Yeah.
That's
everything-
millennial foe.
Everything has changed today. because Gen Z love to have a new opportunity,
Yeah.
new salary, new positions, and new challenge. Similar with playing with the
With the
game.
game. So in terms of career,
Change the level.
in terms of
Life is not
career
a game,
and
guys.
jobs for
Yes,
Gen Z, how
yes.
should we
Approach.
make them realize it is also the long process they need to know
Yes. So
achieving the career?
yeah, we should to teach our children since they were a kids with the positive value. Loyalty is a kind of value that we should to put on our brain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Loyalty.
Baby boomers,
Yeah.
Z generation have a loyalty value on the brain. So not easy for them to change everything.
Okay. So no loyalties for Gen Zs in workplace or when talking about jobs. But if we're talking about relationships,
I was gonna ask the same thing.
Next
Do you think
question.
the divorce rate is gonna go
Yeah,
up higher even than it is now?
have to be loyal, and if you're in a relationship, you're in a marriage, what's gonna happen to them?
Mostly Gen Z love a challenge relationship. So when they face maybe for the partner, it's not a challenge anymore for them. It's not interesting anymore for me.
A generation of Ariuses. No, I'm kidding.
Yes.
But what I'm trying to say is it's very ironic, right?
Yeah.
Because they're so against toxic relationships, but they're very toxic because they have zero value of loyalty.
Yes.
That's scary. I'm not trying to generalize, but I do see the
several of
pattern.
them,
Yeah.
Even though the relationship is toxic,
Yeah.
but the toxic is become a challenge for them.
So they stay.
It becomes
they
toxic
stay on the
positivity.
relationship. It's not easy
Wow.
for them to make a decision to cut off the relation.
Okay, a lot of more homework for us parents.
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Too juicy.
Myth or fact? Gen Z has a shorter attention span compared to previous generations.
It's a fact.
Right?
Yes, it's a fact. Yes.
But that's us though, Akira.
Yeah, I know. With
ADHD problems. We're basically Gen Z.
So how should we manage in
Yeah.
terms of this issue?
Yeah, we can help the Gen Z to make a priority in life.
Priority.
Yeah, so they have to focus to solve or to finish one thing, and then after that they can change to another thing.
So keeps giving them projects,
Yes.
projects for projects.
Yeah,
Oh, but not everything at once. But like,
no, they cannot manage the impulsivity.
yeah, but we want so bad to finish everything at once, right?
All right, we have one last myth or fact. Gen Z is characterized by a strong desire for instant gratification. I think we mentioned this earlier.
Flexing.
Yes, of
The
course,
fact
that's
that-
a fact.
Yeah.
The fact that we spoke to one of our colleagues who is a Generation Z and I asked him, instant noodles or the cup noodles or instant noodles? They went for cup noodles, which
Yeah,
is
they
even
did.
more instant than instant noodles. Tastes very different. Different mindset.
Very instant because they always exposure to the social media, instantly get the appreciation from the others. Less than 1 second, maybe they get 1,000 appreciation.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, congratulations to you,
Yes.
Gen Z gets
The neural
1,000
pathway
likes.
will make a simple memory about that. It's not easy to change.
My God.
That's our
And-
I
challenge.
mean, my children, I haven't give any permission for
Social
having
media.
any social media account for them. But I'm thinking they are already in their addiction by themselves. For example, because of the WhatsApp. Because they tend to. My daughters tend to have the addiction to WhatsApp, and my son tend to have the addiction to YouTube Shorts. It's not a social media like Instagram, TikTok yet.
Yep.
I haven't
Anything that
Yes.
has content.
given
of
any
it.
Yes.
post. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how then we solve it?
Akira is like, how? How did I fix my problem at home?
Yes, I know. I will practice it tonight or this morning.
at the first, we can give them a permission to the social media with one-way interaction only.
One-way interaction.
One-way interaction only. Maybe they watch the YouTube or another video, one-way interaction. But Instagram, TikTok, or another social media, two-way communication. Easy for them to interact with each other.
Yeah.
It's easy for them to get addiction with that.
WhatsApp is a little bit different though, right? Because WhatsApp is actually conversing. WhatsApp is conversing. You don't necessarily get instant gratification in a conversation.
Yeah.
But there's still a difference there, right?
Conversation with the others by using WhatsApp can lead us to the addiction also.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
In the morning,
That's
just check
happening
the
to my
notification
daughter.
from the group. or
I think we need to be better role models.
Yeah, I know, because my son told me that
But you do
Like
that
you do the same thing.
you're
Dad.
doing the same thing.
It's like, wow, I'm scared of your kids.
Because they're so intelligent, right? In finding the reason and giving any.
You gotta be more intelligent than them.
Oh my god, big homework for us.
Don't let them bully us.
yes, try to find another strategy to find the young generation. We just to face the simple strategy with them.
Well, you know what, Efnie, this should be going on for hours and hours and hours if we talk about the
I
woes
know.
of having to parent preteens and children who already have access to social media. But thank you so much for coming. This was definitely a very fruitful discussion, and hopefully for all of our viewers.
Yeah, and I definitely
Watching
you should
right
come again here
Yes.
for another topics.
Yes.
Because it's actually important.
Yes, and we as parents always want to take notes, of course. Accurate indefinitely will see more. And after this, the conversation will continue for us, but we're going to take a short break and we're going to play a game, if I'm not mistaken, after this. Stay tuned.